Hello everyone, welcome to Insight with Jeevan. In today's video, we will cover aptitude section, and in that I will cover coding and decoding section of logical reasoning part. So before beginning this video, let me show you what type of question we can expect here. So this is like one of the example which we will cover later in this video. You can see that there's a coding and of these um, alphabets. So there is one word which would be coded with some sort of logic or analogy into another sort of word or not word I would say, but we can say group of alphabets will be coded with some sort of logic. And applying the same logic, we have to identify how the another word which is asked in the question would be coded into another set of the alphabet which are in the option given, right? Which are given in the option. You have to select on that particular logic which is applied here in the example itself. Um, so to solve these kind of question, we will actually use some strategy. For that, we would actually see what number uh, has been assigned to English letter alphabet. So we have alphabets up to A to Z, and we have total of what? Total of 26 alphabets, and we would assign one number on the basis of their order in the English dictionary. We would assign them a certain number. For A it is 1, for B it is 2, for C it is 3, for Z it is 26. It is a total of 26 alphabets. Right. So with this particular thing, we will solve our most of the question, almost every question. Another thing I want to share, sometimes it happens that we start from the reverse, we start from the end. Let's say we start ordering this from not from A, start ordering it from Z, then Y, then X. So Z is one, that will become like number assigned to it will be one, like in the reverse way. For the Y it's two, for X it is three or something, and A it would be 26. Right. It is easy to assign number if we begin from A because we kind of remember the order directly. But if we want to do it in a reverse way, what you would do is you would subtract it from 27. For example, for A it is 1, you know, so you would subtract it from 27. What we will get is 26. For Z, for let's say if we subtract it from 27, 27 minus 26 is what? It is 1. We are not using 26 here for subtraction because if we use 26, then 26 minus 26 for Z is what? It is 0, but we are starting it from 1, right? So that is why we would subtract any number. If we wanted to know its reverse order number, right, we would subtract it from 27. What we would subtract is its original ordered number from 27. So if it is the reverse type of question, we will follow this particular ordering, right? Okay. Another thing is that we would have mostly I in this particular video I will cover three type of the coding decoding. One would be letter based, which I've shown you in the very first example itself. Then there is a number based also, where instead of this alphabet, like it is coded, this is a set of alphabets are coded into another set of alphabet. In case of number, it will be coded in some sort of group of numbers, like let's say 3, 4, 7, 8, some group of number. And here in option, you would also have some group of number itself. So that would be one type. Another type is grouping based, where all the systems are combined, like letter and number, all these are combined together. There will be series of statements, and on that basis you have to answer. So there is also symbol based coding system, also miscellaneous types, a lot of types. But mainly I will cover these three in this particular video. So if you want, I would also make part two for it, sharing more such example, because there are numerous example for this particular type of problems. All you need is what? All you need is practice. Practice as much as possible, because there are many type of logic which are being followed. There's not one particular type of logic will use which you will use in every particular problem. So there are numerous various logic which you need to follow. For that you need practice. Okay, so I'll share how we will solve these particular problem using these ordering, right? Let's say there's a word called cold. Let's say it is cold, and it's written, it is being coded into B, P, M, and E, and you have been asked to code, let's say, fruit. So you can see simply here, here's after, sorry, it should be D, sorry, it should be D. So after C is what? It is D. After O is what? There is a P, L, there is M, D, there is E, right? So you see what happened here is plus one for what? For every alphabet there is a plus one corresponding to the another alphabet in the another word, right? It is not like in every question you would have same pattern like plus one or for every each of them. They could also happen like for very first it is plus one, then there's a plus two, this plus three, plus four. It also happen there's a plus one, then there's a minus one, again plus one, minus one, something like that. It might not be symmetric pattern. It could be asymmetric as well. Right. There could be lot of other logic which could also follow. They could also be plus one, then there is minus one, then there's a plus two, then there is minus two. Like there could be lot like this. So then in fruit we will follow the same logic. We would add plus one to each of the alphabet. There's a G, then there is S, there is B, there is J, there is U, like this way. Right. So I will share some limited examples, but you what you do is that you need to practice as many problems as possible. Try to practice; it would build your logic. Okay. So now let's begin with the questions. Okay, this is the very first question. In a certain language, Madras is coded as NBESPT. How is Bombay coded in that language? Again, it is of some same type. You see, M, there's N, there's A, then B, then D, there's E, R, S, A, B, S, and D. Okay, another thing I want to share is sometimes what happen is that you see like, okay, M, there is N, A, there is B, D, there is D. Sometimes we do not see the last one. Like here it is obviously the same pattern is being followed, which is like plus one. But it might happen that in the last one, there might be different pattern, but sometimes we initially see okay plus one are there, okay it should be plus one, and then we similarly we pick the example accordingly. But it is not that every time there will be symmetric example. So you need to see every sort of alphabet, and another thing is counting. Also count each of these alphabets, like, are the same or not. 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, it is same. Here it is obviously very obvious thing, but you also see the count also. Sometimes it's different and all that. So here it's plus one is very simple. After B, what will happen? It will come as C, then P, then N. I think it's the very first option, which is answer. B, then C, then A, then B, Y. Then there is a Z. No, it's not there. First C, P, N, C, B, Z. Another. Okay. Actually, it is B. Sorry, very sorry. Written six here. Okay, then B is what now? Again, let's cross it a bit. One more time. And there is N, no? Yeah. Okay. This was very easy example. But sometimes, as I mentioned, could also be plus two. There will also be reverse ordering. Sometimes what happen is sometimes might be like this word itself is reversed. Let's say it is written as SARD, then A, then M, and then there is some calculation like it is plus one, and it is like it might happen that your word is itself reversed, and then there is a some logic it can follow. It could also happen, right? So you need to practice similar type of questions. Let's begin with second question. In certain codes, certain is coded as BFUZJM. How is this coded in that code? These are some of the options. Okay. Certain is coded. Okay. You see, okay, B is there, then there is F, then there is Q, then there is U, Z, J. Okay, so it is minus 1 to C. A, B, C, so C to B minus 1. E to F is what? It's plus 1. R to Q is what? It is minus 1. I think it is plus 1 minus 1 case. Q, R, right? T, then U, we have plus 1. Okay. A to C is what? It is minus 1, no? It is minus 1. Then we have I, then we have J plus 1 again, and there is M which is minus 1. So it is plus 1 minus 1 case. Count is also same. So for this word, we need to do is plus 1 minus 1. It mean what does it mean by plus 1 minus 1 is that you need to do it alternative. One word after that particular word, oh sorry, alphabet, and thereafter it is you have to see your previous alphabet for the other word, which is adjacent to that particular word. Okay, for this, let's see the example also. M. Okay. Uh, we can actually solve it from the option itself also, which I already mentioned. M, there could also be N. Then for U, it should be okay, T U D. Okay, T. For N, it is not C anyway, so it's not the option. N then T. Okay, and O. Then C. Okay. A, it can't be N. It's not an option. From L, okay, L is there. It could also be no key. It's not that I'm saying that we need to start from minus one itself. It's not that we need to start from minus one. The thing is it is plus one minus one. It would also start from plus one, then there's a minus one, plus one, minus one. You need to still like is it following the logic everywhere or not? L, okay, minus one. U, then there is a B. N, there's M, okay, minus one. D, then there is a E. Um, N, then there is M minus 1, no? Okay, plus 1, minus 1, plus 1, then this minus. Okay, first option is following the logic. Last one we see what's wrong here. M, it is L, which is minus 1, right? It's previous alphabet. But if we see U, it is also its previous one alphabet. Minus 1, minus 1. That is not holding true, na? That is where it's wrong. Okay. Now let's go to now let's begin with the very next question. In certain language, lemon is coded as this. How cluster we written in that language? So let's begin. Lemon. It is coded as ELMN. You see one pattern. M is kept same in both the cases. This group before the central letter, it has been reversed. E is comes first after it's L. M is like kept same. O N, it is again, it has been also reversed. N is after M, and at the end there is O. So this is one particular pattern. Let's see whether it is there in cluster or not. In cluster, it should be what? The answer should be what if this logic follows. It should be L. Thereafter it should, sorry, it's not L because you see it, the number of letters, it is I think it is 7, right? So S would be in the middle, it would be kept same. So it should be start with U. It should start with U. then there should be L, then there should be C, there should be S, then R, then E, and then D. But you see whether it start from U or not. No, like none of these options begin with U. It is either starting with C, it is either starting with, or it is starting with L. Okay, so this logic doesn't follows. Okay, we should actually start with the numbering. Let's see its numbering. There might be any other logic in it. In English alphabet, it's numbering for each of them. For L, it is I think it is it's 12. For E, it is 5. For it's 13. O, it should be 15. N should be 14. Now you see ELMN. Its numbering is what? It's 5. Then there's L, which is what? It is 12. It should be 13, 14, 15, right? Day after. You see there is a ascending order for these numbers, right? These are in ascending order from the smallest to the largest. So it might be the thing that this ascending order is what the logic which is coded here. So now let's see with cluster. You could actually solve this particular problem from the option itself instead of writing the numbers here for each of this alphabet, for each of this letter, or sorry, alphabets, because you directly see which letter comes first in alphabetical order. Like alphabetically, whichever comes first from the smallest to the largest, or not smallest to largest, so simply which comes first and another one which comes later after it. You can simply eliminate the option and simply solve from it. Let's begin with the very first C. Yes, thereafter it is E. Then there is L, R, S, T, U. Okay. C, E, L, E, S. It is following, right? This one C comes before L. It is not following. This is not option. L. Okay, C is not beginning from C. These three are not correct. So first one is correct. But even if you want to see the numbers here, we can also see, right? Then we can still, you want to see. Uh, for C it is third. For L it's 12. Then for U I think it is it's what? I think it's 21st. S is 19. Okay. I think it should be 20, right? R S. It should be 20. Mini. R S T U, right? R S. No, yes, it's right. R S T U. It is 80. Right. So if you rearrange it would be what? It is C would come at the very first 3, then 12. Thereafter there would be it would be 18. So R would be the C. Uh, Actually, E is missing. Sorry, I'm very very sorry. C E is missing. So 5. So it would be 3. Then 5 means what? It will be C. Then there will be E. Then there will be L, which is 12. Then there will be R. Then there will be S, which is 19. Then T. Then U. Okay. The very first option is correct for it. Now let's now let's begin with the fourth question. If geeks is written as this, how good would be written? See, this is now coded into the numeric series of the uh, numbers instead of alphabets. In order to solve this question, let's see geeks. Let's see its original numbers in the English alphabet. Its alphabet value is 7. It is 5, 5, or repeated. It is 11. It is for S. It is 90. Now it is being coded into 2022. Two is repeated four times. 168. Now, sometimes what happen is sometimes these numbers are sometimes being added, and thereafter you see a number here, and that is generally a two-digit or three-digit number, not three-digit. Most of the time, it's two-digit number, but here you see it is a long number. So these are not being added or these are not being multiplied somewhere or other. So it is all about the placing of these numbers somewhere. You also see these are also repeated. So it means this might be the reverse also. Like we need to rewrite the let's write the reverse ordering of these. For reverse, what we do is we subtract it from 27. Let's subtract it from 27. 7 from 20 subtracting from 27 is 20. You see it is 20, and for 5 it is what? It is 20. It's again 20. It is 16, and then that is what was given in the question. So what we need to do, we need to write the reverse alphabet value of this particular word. And similarly, we would do it what is being asked in the question, which is for good. Let me erase. Okay, for good. Let me write its original value. It is 7. It is for O it is 15. 15 for D it is obviously 4. So writing in the reverse way it becomes 20. It becomes 12. It is being repeated, so I'll write 12 again, and then there is 23. This is what the answer is. So sometimes these kind of question could also be asked where you are given a numeric series of numbers which would be coded for any sort of word. So sometimes it is also happen that whatever the alphabet value is there, sometimes you add them together, or sometimes you add and then you multiply it, let's say with the count of these numbers. It is 4, so multiply with 4 or something or similar of that. Sometimes you do reverse of these alphabets. Sometimes these are rearranged. Sometimes it's all about placing of these numbers together. So you have to see what logic works in that particular question. Now let's go to the very last question. This is grouping based. I think it is one of the very easiest. It is easy. It is very easy. It is grouping based question. So let's read. In certain language code, India is my country means 8573. Sam is my friend. My country means Team India. So you see that there are four, different statements given, and for each of them there is a numeric coding. Okay. Now you also see here number of words are what? These are four number, and total number are what here? These are also four. So it means each of the word it represents the number here. And Sam is my friend means 8634. Again, these are four words, four numbers. My country, two words, two numbers. So each of this word, particularly in the original order, it represents one particular word in that particular statement. Now, in the question, it is asked what number is the code for the country. Now you see where a country comes in which of these statements. It comes in the very first statement. India is my country. uh, and the number is 8573. Okay. It also comes in the third one, my country. The number is 73. Now you see in both of these, my country is repeated. You need to see in order to solve this kind of question. Mostly it is about repetition. So you need to solve it with which words are being repeated and what are the numbers associated with them. This is one of the way you can solve any of this grouping type of question. Again, my country. So it means what? It means two number will be repeated, which would be 73. Again, you have 73 here. So it means what? means that my country, in this particular case, my country is, we are asked country in the question. So country is either what? Either it is 7 or it is 3. So in order to solve this, we need to know what my represent, which number my represents. Okay. So my also comes in what? It also comes in the second statement. Sam is my friend. Sam is my friend. The coding for this is 8634. So if my comes in this particular statement, it means there should be either 7 or either 3 in this particular one. You see, there is only 3. 7 is not there. It means what? And also, country is also not anywhere in the statement. So it means what? My represent 3 and country represent what? It represent 7. That's how you solve this particular kind of problem, right? I think it was easy problem. Uh, Now that's it for the video, guys. I'll try to make part two for this particular coding decoding part also, because there are a lot of more examples to cover. These are all one of the very few which I have chosen, but there are many more examples which we could practice. And please do share in the comment section if you want more such kind of videos. I'll make part 2 of it also. And if you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more such updates, for more such videos. And that's it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching.